Okay guys, what we got here is a Wright 3/8 drive 3426 round head ratchet. Sorry it's been a little while since I've put a video up. I haven't really went out to look a whole lot here lately. I found this at a pawn shop the other day for pretty cheap, so I figured I'd go ahead and grab it. Obviously you see the USA stamped on it right there. Wright is one of the few solely USA made. I say that sparingly because I'm sure that they have some things in their catalog, like their budget line Cougar Tools is made overseas, but they are one of the only manufacturers that I know of right off the top of my head, other than maybe say Martin, that isn't a big company owned name like Snap-on or Mac or Matco. This is a family owned and operated company, so their tools are really on par with Snap-on. I know I've seen a lot of torque videos like the Torque Test channel and such where their wrenches are on paper better than the Snap-on Flank Drive Plus, which their version of that is the the Wright grip, and price wise they're a lot cheaper, and apparently they take a little bit more of an abuse than the Snap-on. So I was going to take this apart, show you guys the insides of it. You have two paws. Obviously this is a little bit different, I guess. This is their answer to the round head fine tooth design. A dual paw. I'm not too keen on round heads myself. I'm not a huge advocate for them. I know that a lot of people go for them, especially like the old SKs and stuff. I'm more of a pair head enthusiast, so to speak. But judging from this, I mean, you really can't go wrong. I mean, you've seen, I know a couple of different brands have different, like SK is a little bit different than the New Britain style, but all in all, if you've torn one apart, more than likely you've torn them all apart, round heads that is. Pretty good design. This is chrome, looks pretty good. A little rust on the ball there. I can't focus, but other than that, it's made into the anvil pretty well. I used to use Wright wrenches daily. The thing that kind of made me stop is the limited lifetime warranty. So I'm not sure how they are on the ratchets. Obviously I don't use one daily, but I know a lot of their sockets, things like that. My Wright dealer here in town said that they have almost quit ordering Wright tools altogether, because where I live at, pretty rural, so price point isn't great. I mean, even though they're the cheaper of the USA made stuff, price is still an issue, especially when you have a Harbor Freight down the street. So they've started getting away from them because they changed their warranty around a little bit. You kind of have to give an explanation of why it failed, which to me kind of sucks. And because I get why they do it, because, you know, a no questions asked warranty, especially nowadays, made in the USA, costs so much. To give a tool away for free, it's kind of difficult. Even the Proto dealer here in town, he said the same, that Proto's doing the same thing. So it's kind of hard to break a wrench, but pretty easy to break a socket. So I kind of started shying away from them and just biting the bullet and getting the snap-on, which snap-on technically is limited lifetime. I know Williams will not warranty a socket, and that's snap-on owned. I've tried multiple times. They said they will not warranty for normal wear and tear. I'm assuming Wright and even Proto now, to a point, will do the same thing unless you have a pretty good dealer. And I think most dealers will work for you. Will work with you, rather. So I've just been kind of biting the bullet, buying snap-on. If I was dealing with the snap-on call line or their corporate office, I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss there. I've had some that's great, work with you, some that just, nope, can't do it, and then hang up. But with a dealer kind of being the mediator, it helps, especially if your dealer's, you know, will work with you. Usually he can pull some strings, so to speak. But that's really why I've kind of stuck with that. It's just easier where I work at and to deal with it, you know. But Wright, very solid. Obviously, you see the broaching there. Pretty good. I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge advocate for round head ratchets. I've seen some where this outer part is super thin. This one looks to be pretty well thick. Obviously, the broaching there looks pretty good. Obviously, needs to be cleaned. You know, this has been used, as you can tell by the handle here, but the chrome is very nice, very nice. That's one thing I'll say about things like even my new snap-on ratchets. I'm not saying the chrome plating flakes off. I'm sure that is a problem to some people, but it gets really dingy and you can't really polish it out. This, though, it looks pretty good, and obviously you can see that it's been in water, or at least been wet for some time, because it's rusted, but the switch is good. Even the chrome on the back of the switch is really nice. So whatever Wright's doing on their finish is really, really nice. I will say that. I do have a few of the Wright black oxide stuff. It does rust pretty easy, I will say, which a lot of even the Williams black oxide, it rusts pretty easy. I have some of the old Armstrong stuff. Some of the Armstrong stuff, I say, rusts easy, like their crescent wrenches rust extremely easy, but their impact sockets, not really. Their impact sockets are pretty good. Talking about Armstrong, but Wright's is just, black oxide is such a pain when it comes to rust, for me anyway. But this chrome looks very nice to be well used. So whatever they're doing, I guess, is the right way to do it. This one says oil only. so I'll probably just shy away from the grease on this one. But yeah, I just wanted to post a little video on this Wright 3/8. Got it pretty cheap. So I've been wanting to tear it apart and look at how their mechanism was compared to others. I have a video kind of discussing the different round head designs. So if you want to, you can check that out too. And this falls into kind of a, I guess, their version of a round head dual 80 with two pawl mechanisms engaging. That's their go around to the fine tooth round head. But solid ratchet. Probably gonna put it in the collection along with all the rest of them. So I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.